Hello everyone, and welcome to the Photoshop image cropping and history tutorial. Here you'll learn about cropping, rotating, and downsampling your image, as well as about the history component of Photoshop. I'll first start by opening the photograph of my drawing. I'll go to File, Open, and find my photograph. Once we open it, I would actually want to work in landscape format, so I would like to rotate the canvas. You can go to Image, Image Rotation, and select 90 degrees counterclockwise in my case. Now, let's crop off the edges of the photograph, so we only have the paper in our image. Press C on your keyboard or select the cropping tool located here in your toolbar. Now you can adjust the cropping rectangle by pulling and pushing its edges until you get it right. You can zoom in for extra accuracy by holding the Alt key on your keyboard and spinning the mouse wheel. Alternatively, you can press Ctrl plus or Ctrl minus to zoom in and out. And also, you can pan by holding the spacebar and clicking around your image. Once you're happy with the accuracy of your crop, hit Enter to apply the crop. Now, I want to make this image into a new layer so I can manipulate it independently from the canvas. Here in the layer window, I will right-click on the background and create a layer out of it. Okay, so now let's learn a few things about this file by going to Image and Image Size. Here we can see that the image is 10 by 13 inches at 300 dpi. However, we want to prepare this for a 30 by 22 inch print, so we will have to close this window and go to Image and select Canvas Size. Here, we can choose how to expand our canvas. I'm going to choose to expand it with a reference to the top left corner, and I'll make it expand to the desired 30 by 22 inch canvas. As you can see, our canvas has expanded to the right side. Now we need to transform our photograph to fit it for this new size. Make sure this layer is the correct selected layer in your layer window, which it should be since there's only one layer. And now we can press Ctrl T to initiate the transformation. Make sure to hold Shift when you're pulling the corner of the image to expand its size. Using the same transformation tool, you can actually rotate the image by hovering your mouse outside the corners of your image. You can also zoom in and out by holding the Alt key and spinning the mouse wheel. Once you're happy with the transformation, press Enter to apply it. Now, I would recommend saving this file. Go to File and do a Save As, and make sure you have PSD selected to save it as a Photoshop file. Now, if at any point you think you might have made a mistake, you can always go back using the History window. Go to Window and find History, and make sure it's checked. Here in this list, you can see all the transformations we made since we opened the drawing. History will save a preset amount of 50 steps backwards, and another extra as opened file state, which will be going back to when you initially opened your file. You can also allow Photoshop to save additional steps by going into your preferences. However, that will slow down your computer drastically and it will limit your ability to work in multiple programs at the same time. So you can do this at your own discretion. So now we'll make sure we have the latest step selected so we don't lose any of our progress, and do another save of our Photoshop file. Now let's assume we are done making all our adjustments to our file and we would like to save a small sized image for posting somewhere online or sending via email. For that, we would have to downsample, which means reducing the quality of the image. Go to Image and hit Image Size, and reduce your PPI to 72, which is the recommended resolution for displaying it digitally. When applying these changes, you will see that your image will drastically reduce in quality. Once you save it as a separate JPEG, you can use your history to go back to the previous higher size of your file. And make sure that you save a PSD copy of this file. And this should be it, all you need to know about image cropping and history.